I did not build my account around legendaries. 3 epic heroes scare me through campaigns, PvP and events, and honestly without them my account wouldn't look completely different. Today I will show you exactly which 3 heroes save my progress and why they are insanely strong for early and mid game. And I already have opened the first one. I really hope this video at least give you a second thoughts over which heroes is extremely important for you. Not all of them are epic, there's going to be some 3 stars, but at the end of the video you're going to definitely know why those heroes are that strong, and if you have second thoughts should you actually go for a specific hero, just keep in mind what I'm going to explain in this video. Before we jump, don't forget to hit one like if you enjoy Heroes of History Epic Empire videos, and subscribe, turn on the bell notification. So the first hero, as already you see, is actually Menace. Now why is Menace? Maybe, not maybe, this is the hero that so far from the epic heroes I have by damage is doing the biggest damage. But okay, maybe not the biggest damage, but it's extremely important on the battlefield. Not only he is doing crazy amount of damage, on top of that is doing damage over time, on top of that is reducing the moving speed, and again more damage. First of all is dealing, right now this one is level 25, so it's maxed. At level 1 it can look completely different. Initial charge 3.5 seconds, regular charge is 10 seconds. I really want to point out this thing. For the people who don't know, initial charge is when the combat starts, regular charge is through the combat. After the initial charge you start only trigger the regular charge. I want to point out this thing. 190% area of damage is very solid because a radius of 3 is big. I'm going to show you in a real case scenario where I'm going to use these heroes so you can see what those heroes are doing and why those 3 cheap heroes can easily carry your account in the progression. Moving speed is very important because I'm going to share with you one strategy I'm using with my tanks where this moving speed reduction by 80% is actually saving 3 or 4 hits over my tanks. This is important because if you can just skip like 2-3 hits from huge army, it's a big deal for your tank because each hit can be like 5 or 10% from your tank HP, and if you save it just because you slow these mobs and they're slowly moving through the tank, is benefit by a lot. On top of that, is also increasing the attack of allies within the radius of 3. Again, a radius of 3 is a solid radius. At a location where the most allies are by 32% of his attack. Now, what is the attack of the Menace at level 60 that is currently right now is 834. This is, for example, King Minos, but as you can see, he's having more attack. But this is normal. King Minos is actually a tank. But if I can compare it with somebody else, it's even compared to the sniper legendary hero like Robin Hood, is still very nice attack. So Menace is one of the heroes that for sure you want to have on your side. From where you can get it? From the Egypt event, in the cultural event. You just have to get lucky. Normally it's 10 times chance up when this event appears. So a lot of people actually have Menace. You're not going to regret if you get this bad boy, and from what I speak with a lot of people, this is the only hero that deserves to go to level 140 from all the epic heroes. On the next place, or the second hero that is going to carry you, and this is your DPS, we're looking for the tank, and this is Otto. Otto was actually the hero that, you know, progress my account the best way he can. I get him because it's a 3-star. It was not that hard to get Otto until these days. I actually use him. Right now I use more King Minus, and King Minus is better from Otto, don't get me wrong. But this hero is going to be way more easy to be get it, and it can carry your account in very long distance in your progression from early game even to the mid game. What the hero is doing is just taunting off the enemies for 4 seconds. Even if the hero was like for 2 seconds, it's enough to grab the attention of all of the mobs to start actually hitting your Otto. Shield himself for 654%, 0.81% of his base damage. I want to point out that the base damage is scaling stats that increases with the level. So, you know, we're having little limitation here because Otto is 3-star, so it can go max to level 60. So, you know, you cannot get some crazy shields, but still, it's a solid hero. Shields the ally with the lowest HP by 20% of his base damage, prioritizing a hero. This is good because the initial charge is like 1.2 seconds. I have him like 5 times awakened, so here, yeah, the initial charge is like minus 1.2 seconds and get reduced by a lot to 1.2 seconds. It's very fast. The regular charge is also very fast, it's like 8 seconds, and you get this crazy shield. Now back in the days I was using him with Louis, and Louis was also giving some shield for my Otto, and on top of that Otto was having a lot of defense. As you can see, this is a flat stats defense, like 3 from 5 awakenings is with defense. So with Louis was absolutely wild how these two heroes was actually working that good. So for Otto, yeah, if you get him, level up him, he's going to be your tank. He is going to save you. He is going to protect you. Now sometimes you can actually go with 2 healers, especially if it's very hard mission. You can go with second tank. For example, Herman from the 3-star tanks is also very solid tank, so you can go Otto with Herman. Obviously there is going to be some other tanks also, but the tank that carried my account was actually Otto, and he was the first level 60 hero that I have in Heroes of History Epic Empire. So we have the DPS, we have the tank. It's not that hard to actually grab these 2 heroes. Finally, we're needing the healer, and from here comes the Ashoka. Now, yes, a lot of people has watched my videos over the Ashoka, how this hero is that strong, how is possible to be, first of all, initial charge 5.6 seconds, regular charge 7.4, very extremely fast healer, extremely fast. If you check rest of the healers, you're going to be shocked how good is Ashoka compared to them. This is Hetza suit 11.7 13, 7.5 10, 11.5 16. Only Nea is actually close to Ashoka. Rest is having some crazy numbers in form of charge. And this is Ashoka. Right now, Heroes of History Epic Empire is making a precedent in this game and giving you a chance to actually get Ashoka, legendary Ashoka. So if you get hit like 3-star, you can get him right now as a legendary hero. Obviously the legendary one is going to be even better, but still, I just want to point out that you can still even get Ashoka as a legendary hero. So this is the third hero that carried my account for a very long time. Till this day, I actually use Ashoka. And as I promised at the beginning of the video, and by the way, if you get that far in this video, don't forget to hit one like. Obviously you're enjoying the video, and subscribe for more Heroes of History Epic Empire gameplay, tips and tricks, best heroes, guides, whatever. Hit one like on the video. So as I promised, I'm going to do some fights right now. So we're going to go over the campaigning. Obviously right now we're looking to do some campaignings, and it's going to be level 6. Here we have our heals, we have Nia, and we have Robin Hood. Now I'm not quite sure I'm going to be able to do it because we're having like 2 snipers. A heals, a sniper, and we have a healer. But let's see. First of all, what kind of heroes I have. Yeah, I have a heals. I have Menace. I have Ashoka. At this point, since we're having a hero combat, I prefer to actually have a heals over Otto. But you're going to see how these 2 heroes are working right now. Here comes the Menace. Look at the damage the Menace are doing. So much AoE damage right now I'm doing with Menace. Half of them are already dead. Half of them are already dead. Hitsuit is going to look at the Ashoka healing right now. Yeah, they didn't actually get some crazy healing just because. Okay, here comes the heals. Okay, let's go for the next one. And Ashoka right now. Look at the healing of Ashoka. I'm going to put on auto everything else. And here comes the Menace. Here comes extra some healing. It's just so fast. Oh my god. Okay, Ashoka didn't manage to save my heals, but oh brother. Robin Hood is. I may actually lose here because it's. Maybe I have to make some different setup, but you can see how fast this Ashoka Ney is also very strong. I can decide and actually finish this mission, but yeah, just for the purpose of this video, I was looking to show you guys the spells of these 2 heroes and how fast is these 2 heroes from point of healing. You saw how fast Hitsuit did her healing. You saw how fast Ashoka did the healing, and obviously the damage from a Menace. Right now, yeah, it's a little hard, especially on level 60. If I go here, the difference in the power required for there is way bigger. But yeah, if you're just starting playing the game, these 3 heroes is definitely going to help you by a lot progressing. So yeah guys, this will be for this video. Here I'm going to put some other video that it can spark some interest in you. It can be some guide, or it can be something entertainment. You can choose to watch it. I wish you a great day, and yeah, see you in the next video.